Well, you may have heard all sorts of excuses for a criminal's choice to engage in crime. One boy in particular blames his parents for neglecting him. But as he found out, crime indeed does not pay. The boy spoke to Wilson Mburu on his continuing series, Jailed Juveniles.
Come back, change.
We will call him Mugambi Musyoka, but it's not his real name. His life has not been a bed of roses. It's a tale of unfortunate events, taking a dip right at the start, then continuing on a downward spiral. At the tender age of 14, Mugambi was plunged into forced self-reliance. But this was a culmination of several events. His father died before he was born, and his mother left him with his grandmother when he was just 3 months old. His mother wasn't around much as he grew up.
Kama niko na shida kidogo ananisaidia, kama ni 200, 500. Hivyo tu na maisha inaendelea.
Na kukaa hivi kuongea venye tunaongea. Piga story na yeye.
Si mara mingi.
Kwa nini? Karibu
mara 2, 3 hivi na tushaikaa tu na yeye. Mama unajua aliniacha na miezi 3. Aliniacha na 3 months kwa nyanya.
In 2007, during the post-election violence, his grandmother was killed and they were evicted from their land. He says his mother was in Eldoret and she seemed busy with her business, while his other relatives did not want him either. He says he dropped out of school in class 6.
Kuna mjomba wangu tulikuwa naishi na yeye. Alikuwa ni treat vizuri. Hata kununulia uniform anakataa juu najua grandmother alikuwa amededi na mimi nilikuwa nategemea tu nyanya. Sasa nikaona haina haja niende nijitafutie tena nirudi shule. Naenda natafuta narudi shule, natafuta narudi shule.
So he hit the streets.
Niliingia mtaani huko town sasa Kakamega. Sasa nikapatana na vijana huko. Ndio kaniambia niaje. Naona kwa boy mjanja sana, unaweza kauza hata ngwai kwenda kupatia doa. Haina haja uko unabebea watu mizigo. Mwenyewe bangi ilikuwa na doa, iko na doa juu. Sasa nilikuwa nimerende mpaka nyumba yangu naishi hapo. Najitegemea tu yani, lakini bado naendelea tu kuuza.
This is where his trouble with the law started. At just 18, he has been arrested 3 times.
Mara ya kwanza mimi nilikuwa navutanga tu pia. Sasa nikabambwa kama navuta bangi. Hiyo ndio ya kwanza. Ya pili ndio nikashikwa tena tu nikiuza. Mara ya 3 mpaka saa hii niko hapa Boston.
Samuel Kavai is Musyoka's relative and he lives in Kakamega. He says the boy had become a nuisance to them and to the society, engaging in small-time burglary. He says he tried talking to him into changing his ways.
Just during the process, the girl was like, he wanted to stab me with a knife. Just because I was there to stop him from doing what he was doing.
Nilikuwa nikikuja, wanasema yani wakanizingizia tu nasumbua, nikashikwa na nikapelekwa kwa chief na nikaletwa huko police station.
He was later released after his distant relatives failed to press any charges, but his life in crime continued.
There's a time alipatikana hapa chini kama anajaribu kupanda kwa nyumba ya mtu. Yeah, so around here it was alarming, they didn't want him around. Yeah, so the only way was to make sure that he stays far. And that's how it was.
The environment in which a child is brought up plays a big role in shaping up their character. Dr. Philomena Ndambuki, a children's psychology lecturer at the Kenyatta University, says a child is a reflection of the society in which they grow up.
The parents and also the larger community, as you are saying, need to have some structures put in place as to how children should behave. You know, sometimes you hear, okay, they have stolen. Nobody is even willing to assist whoever is interested in what has happened to get to know what has happened. We hide one another. Tunafichana. You know, nobody is interested in the welfare of the other person.
And the slum that they used to say was it's a very notorious place in Kitale. So I think that one also contributed to making him hardcore, the brewing of changa around and all those kinds of things, and hard guys there, crooks and all that.
This lack of guidance and in the absence of a parent figure to provide the basic necessities for him meant Mugambi continued with his lifestyle. It didn't take long before he was arrested again. This time, he was sent to the Kakamega GK prison.
Unakumalizia ujanja. Kwa unavutanga sigara nini bangi. Unakuchiko tu huko
Alafu
sio unakuwa bibi.
After spending 3 months at the prison, he was transferred to the Shikusa Boston institution. Mugambi, however, did not seem to think that he did anything wrong, insisting he was just trying to survive.
Yes, jika mimi ndio mwenye makosa ama mimi ndio mwenye makosa. Mimi ndio mwenye makosa.
At Shikusa, he took up plumbing to ensure he becomes productive once he gets back into society. But his biggest concern is whether there's anyone out there to help him get back on his feet.
Sasa inalingana bila ndatoka hapa. Jizo unajua kama bado ile maisha nilikuwa nayo. Yani nikikuja hapa. Nikirudi huko itabidi nani? Jua kuna njia nyingine, mimi sijasoma. Mimi si hatujiwezi. Sasa inabidi tu tafuta njia yote yenye unaweza pata hata kama ni nyumba.
I think the will has always been there. My will to see him a good man has always been there. I wouldn't commit myself as such, but I would say that I can help where I can. Yeah.
None of his relatives has ever visited him at Shikusa. Kavai says he's too busy in Nairobi to make the time, while his mother could not be reached. He, however, says even though their relationship has always been strained, he's now willing to work on it.
I wouldn't want the relationship between him and me be strenuous. Of course, I would love to have a good relation. I would love to see I would love to see somebody who doesn't go into opium and all those kind of things. I would love to see a reformed guy, a changed guy.
One can only hope that his life experiences have taught this young man enough to know that there is no future in crime. Wilson Mburu, KTN, for the Jailed Juvenile series. Tomorrow night on Jailed Juveniles, he killed his father, but why?
Akaanza kunikimbisha na kisu, niliona atandunga na kisu, nikachukua mawe.
Musa alikuwa anampenda kuliko wengine. Hajawahi kosana kutoka zamani.
Breakfast, come back, change.